It's also with All right, fans, we are live here at the BWG Leisure Center once more for another night of Bradford Rattlers hockey here live on GMHL TV. Tonight we have the visiting 19-15-1 Tottenham Rattlers coming in against the 24-7-0 Bradford Rattlers. In the games most previous to this one, the Rattlers took a tough loss on Friday night to the league-leading Northumberland Stars, and then last night, the Tottenham Rattlers in overtime took down those same Stars. Rattlers made quite a few moves at the deadline, including trading their captain at the time, Ty Frazee, to these Bradford Rattlers. Frazee there in number 14 as we have the draw. Opening draw is won by Adam DeBrecki. Carlson sends it back where Patrick Cullen's going to play it on his backhand to countryman Jonathan Venos. Venos brings it up the middle. Finds the captain, Isak Carlson. Carlson to Frazee, and he's going to get his pocket picked by his old teammate there. Novik and Belayev, two of the top scorers left on the Tottenham Rattlers, combining for a shot opportunity there that just goes just wide. Tottenham playing an aggressive forecheck right now is Belayev. He's got Lavoie, and he's got Novik. And Bradford shuts down that opportunity. Frazee now playing it on the wall, up against number 5, and he manages to force a turnover. Frazee and Carlson in now, and that shot's going to get blocked into the netting. Anton Nikulin, the starting netminder for the Tottenham Rattlers, came out to make that play. On the season, Nikulin is 9-6-0, a winning record for this franchise, with a .387 and a .915 save percentage, goals against average. On the other side, we have Patrick Cullen. He brings into this game a 15-4-0 record with a .249 goals against average and a .915 save percentage. Cullen played some relief in the Rattlers game against Northumberland on Friday, but will be making the start tonight. Former Rattler Caleb Siren plays it behind the net now, and Siren sees St. Laurent. St. Laurent looking for options, puts it into the middle. It goes off Boravsky, but the Rattlers come away with it before the Rattlers force a turnover. Misha Plotnikov brings it into the zone, puts it on Nikulin. St. Laurent plays that over to Siren, who can't quite get it. So Gabe Mamedov is going to play it in the neutral zone. He gets it over to Roman Orahov. Orahov now tries to find Boravsky. Boravsky unable to handle it. And a turnover there by the Rattlers allows Plotnikov to work his way towards the net, but that gets shut down. Bolotov and Plotnikov both down low with the Rattlers. Ovakimian now sends it over to Dominikas Boravsky. Shot gets tipped in front. Nikulin's able to make a save. Comes back out to Ovakimian again. Plotnikov tips it in front, but that goes wide. And the Rattlers attempt once again to get it out of the zone, but are unable. Boravsky holds the line. Plotnikov behind the net now. Plotnikov sends it up to Ovakimian. Arseni sends a shot, and that's going to go right off the post on a deflection in front by number 28, Philip Holander. Boravsky looking to jump up now and does. A little bit of a collision between Holander and Boravsky. A few new players on each of these franchises right now, including Caleb Siren, former Rattler, now Rattler, who's applying pressure down low there. And a great hit behind the net by Nolan Prock on David Majorsic, although it appears we are going to have a penalty called on it. And so Nolan Prock, no, it is actually either Heward or Ward, number 16 for the Rattlers. He's going to go sit 2 minutes there for hitting from behind. That is Felix Antoine Huard. And Rattlers to their first power play of the game. Rattlers able to get that out of the zone, so the Rattlers will have to regroup now. Jonathan Venos, Ty Frazee, and Carlson back there with him now as they attempt to break out. Venos with a nifty move in the neutral zone, leaves it for Carlson. Carlson gonna look to try and gain the zone, gets it to Plotnikov, who does. Plotnikov works his way down low to his spot, comes inside, tries to get a shot off, unable. DeBrecki picks up the loose puck and gets it over to Carlson. Carlson now walks the line, looks towards the net. Opportunity for a shot here, but he leaves it for Ty Frazee. Ty Frazee up top sends it back down low to Carlson. Carlson makes a move, works his way behind the net, looking for a pass option. He's got Venos up top. Venos unable to handle it cleanly. And so the Railers will come the other way. Venos, Frazee, both back to play D. And so now with 1:10 left in this power play, we're going to have an opportunity for this to come right back out. Venos brings it, sends it over far side for Carlson. Carlson's got Plotnikov and Debrecki. Sends it towards the net, and that'll be saved by Anton Nikulin. And we'll get a full change for both squads now as St. Laurent, Kayayan, former Rattler as well, Siran are all killing the penalty, while Majorsik, Bolotov, Boravsky, Mamedov, and Munitz are on for this second power play unit. 1 minute left in the power play. Majorsik gets it up to Munitz. Munitz back down low to Mamedov. Mamedov works his way in and shoots it. That'll get gloved by Nikulin. So a lot of work early so far for Anton Nikulin, who had 50-plus saves in the game last night, that win over Northumberland. A statement win for a franchise that many thought sold off some of their best pieces and might not look to contend. They said, no, not today. We are going to be a contending franchise no matter what you think that we did at the deadline. Munitz now sends it down to Boravsky. Boravsky back up to Munitz. Munitz has an opportunity, sends a shot. It's going to get blocked in front. Munitz is going to attempt to hold the line and does. Gets it down low to Mamedov. Mamedov puts it behind the net for Majorsik. Majorsik leaves it for Bolotov. Bolotov now has Boravsky up and sends it to him. Boravsky takes a look over at Mamedov on the far side. Mamedov sends it back up to the point. Munitz and Mamedov, they'll pass back there. Munitz now with a shot opportunity and takes it, and that's going to go right into the chest of Anton Nikulin. So Tottenham without Stickland, without Vailleur, who recently got called up, without Frazee, who they sent to the Rattlers, without Aitken, who they sent to Durham, without Paradis, who they sent to Wasaga. So a lot of the regulars for Tottenham so far this season are no longer on the team, but that didn't stop them from coming up with a win in overtime against the league-leading Stars last night, something the Rattlers were unable to do on Friday night, the night before. Plotnikov plays it behind the net. Carlson now looking for options, sends it right in front. Tip opportunity for Plotnikov, but instead we're going to have the play back to 5-on-5, and so that's going to be an icing call now. Number 5 for the Railers on the ice now. That is Nicholas Eastwood, acquired from Wasaga in that Alexei Paradis deal. Of note, Patrick Doyle for the Tottenham Railers, now wearing the C that was vacated by Ty Frazee when they traded him to the Rattlers this week at the player acquisition and trade deadline. Belayev with a great play there to keep the pass in the zone, sends it down low, shot opportunity for the Railers now. Rattlers send it up though. So Eastwood tries to turn it around. Kudakov doesn't get a stick on it, so it's going to go all the way deep. No icing call there as it was touched up. Ova Kimian sends it to new Rattlers forward. That is number 16, playing in his first game for the Bradford Rattlers. Ivan Voitenko, also playing in his first game for the Rattlers, is number 2. Danila Kulinkovic. Railers now trying to work it in and get a shot on Cullen, but Jonathan Venos stops that opportunity. Natan Spadal puts it in the middle for Somorovsky. Somorovsky collects it and then sends it deep. We'll get a partial change here as we do see Kulinkovic for the very first time. Kulinkovic on that first F1 pressure there. Jonte Venos puts it on the wall, but nothing but Railers there. Matvey Munitz going up to meet, pokes it up for Somorovsky. Somorovsky turns, and he's going to be able to keep the puck on the wall. Looks like it almost got stripped there by Proc. And an errant pass by Tottenham ends up on the stick of David Majorsik. Majicic makes a pass in front to Kulinkovic, who has 2 opportunities, but Nikulin makes both of those saves there. Ward and Kayan come onto the ice for the Railers. For the Rattlers, we have that top line of Frazee, DeBrecki, and Carlson. Carlson now gains the zone. He's got Frazee and he's got DeBrecki both down low. Sends a shot that's tipped by Frazee but goes wide. Railers hoping to get it out of the zone. Kayan working on Wenos, former teammates. DeBrecki with possession sends it up to Carlson. Carlson leaves it for Frazee. Frazee's going to work his way in, get a shot on Nikulin, and Nikulin's going to make that save. Draw now. Rattlers win that back, does DeBrecki. Ovakimian sends it back down low to Frazee. Frazee puts it around the net for Carlson. Carlson misses that puck though. DeBrecki's going to play a hard forecheck on that, but the Railers are going to have an opportunity to get it out. Seitz stops that though. And now the captain, Patrick Doyle, attempting to put it off the boards and out, and does to stop that Rattlers opportunity. Ward finds the puck first, and he's going to try and work his way inside before Arsenio Vakimian shuts him down on the wing. Shot by Eastwood is a save by Patrick Cullen. And now the Rattlers come the other way. Isak Carlson has DeBrecki, has Frazee, sends it over to Frazee. Frazee unable to handle that pass, but he will get it to an opportunity where Arsenio Vakimian can play it in his own end. Plotnikov now out here, offside waved off now once they do get touched up, but the Railers are coming the other way. And a glove save on the shot there, made by Patrick Cullen. Draw one forward by the Rattlers, so Gabe Mamedov now coming in with speed. Loses the puck for a second. Great play there. Railers come in. Lavoie puts a shot into the glove of Patrick Cullen, and we'll have another faceoff. Rattlers with an opportunity to come into the Railers zone. Caleb Siran rims that puck around. Mamedov's there to stop it from going out though. So Siran and Bolotov playing hard on each other right now. Bolotov comes away with it, tries to send it to the middle, gets a shot, but he shoves it right into the pads of Anton Nikulin. St. Laurent, Kayan coming onto the ice now. As is Jobin Dor. Siran has the draw one and he maintains possession. Kayan flips it ahead for St. Laurent. St. Laurent has his pocket picked, but the puck comes right back to him before Roman Olenhov shuts down the entry. Mikhail Plotnikov now gains the zone, looking to work his way in and get a shot off. Save made by Anton Nikulin there. Plotnikov wheeling around the zone, looking for options. Sends it right in front where Mamedov has an opportunity to take a shot. Great A-scoring opportunity there, but Nikulin comes up with a big save to keep the Rattlers off the scoreboard, and this one tied at 0-0 as we approach the midway point of the first period. Rattlers win the draw. Jonathan Venos puts it behind the net where Philip Holander has a play on it. Played hard by Eastman down low. Matvei Muniz is going to walk the line. His partner Jonathan Venos comes in to help him out. And a shot by Krudikov gets deflected off of a Railers forward, and that goes up high where the captain's going to have a play for it. And Gregory Prock leaves it for Tinney. Tinney sends a shot off Patrick Cullen. He makes the save but didn't know where it went. Railers regain possession. Svedolf jumps up to stop a slot opportunity of possession there for the Railers. Svedolf now handles it or mishandles it. So Doyle, the captain of the Railers, is able to jump on down and maintain possession for the Railers in that end. Jonathan Venos intercepts a pass, but loses it to Belayev. Belayev looking for options, chooses the captain Doyle. Doyle sends it back down low. Lavoie going in hard on Muniz. Gives Muniz just enough space to get it out of the zone. Krudikov can't quite get there. We'll get a change for the Rattlers as Kulinkovic now comes back onto the ice. Number 2 there, no name bar, but that is Danila Kulinkovic. Kulinkovic applying pressure on Darvish. Gavrish, I'm sorry. Jonathan Venos now breaking out of his own zone. Sends it in deep where his forwards will have an opportunity to play it. Anton Nikulin sends it into the netting, however. Isak Karlsson playing it behind the net, puts it in front, but only a Railer there, so St. Laurent sends it up. DeBrecki up to Frazee. Frazee and Karlsson looking to gain a zone entry together. Frazee has Karlsson, sends it right in front. Karlsson is unable to capitalize though. Great save by Anton Nikulin. Karlsson leaves it for Seitz. Seitz back down low to Frazee. Frazee to DeBrecki. DeBrecki leaves it for Karlsson. Karlsson walks in, looks for Frazee, and Frazee gets the first goal against his former team tonight. Great pass from Karlsson to the former Railers captain, Ty Frazee, and he puts the Rattlers on the board first in this one. His second as a member of the Rattlers, got one in the loss against Northumberland on Friday. And that's going to put us to a 1-0 here in Bradford. Railers looking to break out of their own zone. Pass is intercepted by Mikhail Plotnikov, but he loses the puck. So puck is set off the boards, and now Belayev comes in. Belayev puts a shot right into the chest of Patrick Cullen. That's going to get stopped for a whistle. Draw one by Lavoie. Novik gets a shot right on Patrick Cullen. Cullen comes away with the save. Rattlers win that draw, and Jonathan Venos is going to come up with it. He's got Bolatov with him. Plotnikov on the far side. He sends it right in front. Plotnikov unable to get a shot onto the net. Puts it wide, so the Railers capitalize and take advantage. Tinney now gains the zone. Puts a shot off of Matvei Munitz. Works in on his own rebound, however, before the Rattlers come away with it. Gabe Mamedov going to look to push the pace up through the neutral zone and does. Leaves it for Bolotov. Bolotov comes to the middle. Puts a shot that's saved by Anton Nikulin. Bolotov comes away with it once more, though. Mamedov working his way in. Opportunity here. And Nikulin was wide out of the net, but you couldn't get a rebound opportunity on that shot. A tip opportunity in front by Plotnikov on the shot by Venas is once again going to be saved by Anton Nikulin. Railers a man down for a second, but Nolan Prock comes on to make it 5-on-5. Krudikov wins that draw back to Venas. Venas looks towards the net, looks for a tip opportunity. Does get tipped, but Nikulin makes another save. Venas sends another shot. This one's going to get touched in front into the netting, so we'll have it inside the zone face-off once more. Seitz and Novak Kimian coming now onto the ice. And Vincent, Brannigan, Eastwood all on the ice now. As is the captain, Patrick Doyle. And draws one by the Rattlers, but it comes out of the zone, so they'll have to regroup. Ova Kimian plays it off of the glass, and Philip Holander now with an opportunity to send it towards the net, puts it wide on the deflection in front by Eastwood. Patrick Doyle, Railers captain, playing it behind his own net, looking for options. But it gets played hard. Voitenko takes a shot towards Nikulin. And now a wide open net. Nikulin was out in front once more. Nikulin scrambling all over the place right now, coming away with saves. Puck comes down the ice. Icing is waved off. Seitz puts it around the net for Ova Kimian. As both new Rattlers young forwards, Voitenko and Kulinkovic, both on the ice now. Ova Kimian stops the entry attempt. He comes away with the puck. Gets it over to Yanis Seitz. Seitz up to Kulinkovic. Kulinkovic gains the zone. Looking for an option. Sends it towards the net. Gets a shot. And it looks like we're going to have a Tottenham Railers penalty coming up here. It is a trip on the call that was just in front of the net there. So Gavrish is in the box now. Isak Karlsson, this top power play unit with Karlsson, Frazee, Debrecki, Plotnikov, and Venas now on the ice. Karlsson, Nikulin scrambling once more, leaving a lot of net opportunity, but a great defensive play there by Lavoie. Patrick Cullen playing it behind his net. Goes to the captain, Isak Karlsson. Karlsson's going to look for options. Sees Plotnikov high up there. Plotnikov has Frazee with him. He's also got Debrecki on the far side. Leaves it for Karlsson. Karlsson looking for a passing opportunity. Sends it up to the high point for Venas. And Frazee with a great pass over to Karlsson, but Karlsson puts it just wide of the net. So Venas once again set up top now. Great dive to get a stick on it by Lavoie, but Karlsson still comes away with it. Venas and Karlsson switch. Karlsson up at the point now. Karlsson now switches with Frazee. Karlsson walks in. Looks for options, sends it to Frazee. Frazee has a shot blocked by his former teammate, Lavoie. Venas able to maintain possession in the zone, though, so Venas is going to chip it down to Plotnikov. Plotnikov slows it down, gets it over to the captain, Isak Karlsson. 50 seconds left in this power play. Karlsson and Venas switch, so Karlsson is going to walk his way into the slot area. Debrecki with an opportunity, and that gets blocked by Huard. So great penalty kill here. Not a lot of shot opportunities for the Rattlers, and a couple of blocked either passes or shots by the Railers on this penalty kill. 43 seconds until Gavrish is out of the box. Bolotov unable to win that draw, but Muniz is going to try and keep it into the zone, and he does. Borabsky sees Mamedov. Mamedov puts it on the ice. Bolotov was streaking towards the net, had an easy tap in should he have touched it, but was just unable. Bolotov now gets it right in front of Nikulin, tries to make a move, and the puck instead comes all the way down the ice, so we will likely see the end of the power play opportunities now. 15 seconds left. Enough time for one last rush on the power play. Mamedov brings it in himself and leaves it for Bolotov. Bolotov to Mamedov. Mamedov up to the point. Matvei Muniz with a shot, and that's going to get gloved by Nikulin from 4 feet outside of his blue paint. Kulinkovic, Holander, and Krudikov coming on the ice with the Rattlers. Sights in Ovakimian as we have a full change for the Rattlers after that power play that expires in 4 seconds. Novik and Krudikov tied up on the draw, so Holander comes in and leads to a Rattlers win. And now Gavrish fresh out of the box with an opportunity, but Arseny Ovakimian smartly played it back deep. A lot of action on the ice now as Kulinkovic comes up. He's got Holander with him. Sends it ahead for Holander. Holander works his way behind the net. Gets it to the top of the circle. Nobody was quite there. Sights now getting worked in by Novik, and that is going to be a penalty call. Save made by Cullen, but we are going to get a penalty on Yanis Sights, who brought down Novik as he was entering towards a shot opportunity. So now the Railers will get their first power play opportunity of the night. We've got Howard out there, the captain, Patrick Doyle, Belayev, Lavoie, and Novik. Belayev and Lavoie, the two leading scorers for the Railers, still on the team. Doyle not far behind him, neither is Howard. Novik playing in his second game with the Railers, has 2 points in 2 games so far. Already playing on that top power play unit is Novik. And the Rattlers unable to get it out, so the Railers are just moving it around on this power play here until finally Jonathan Venos gets the puck and sends it deep. Isak Karlsson's got a play on it. He's right next to Lavoie. Anton Nikulin puts it off the glass where Lavoie can only play it. Lavoie plays it up to Novik. Novik has Eastwood with him, gets it over to Eastwood. Eastwood with an opportunity for a shot, sends it into the pads of Patrick Cullen. Borabsky on Kai Yan is going to strip him of the puck. Bolotov comes away with it, goes behind his own net, looking for an opportunity to get this out of the zone. Borabsky puts it up the wall where Plotnikov now has a shorthanded opportunity with Jonathan Venos with him, leaves it for Venos. Venos with a shot opportunity that's going to be saved by Nikulin. Nikulin made a secondary save, and then a pass in the slot to Borabsky. So a shorthanded opportunity for them to work their way in and make a set-up play opportunity there. Majorsic comes in on the draw win. Borabsky goes towards the middle where Mamedov was waiting, but Eastwood picks that up, and he's going to join the rush himself. Eastwood works his way around the Rattlers, sends it all the way across. Rattlers did influence that puck in front of the net, but a great zone entry. Majorsic received a pass from Mamedov, tried to go right back to him for a backdoor tap-in, but Nikulin was strong on that one. 4 seconds left remaining on the power play. Last minute of play here in the first period. And the Rattlers now back to full strength. Roman Orahov jumps in, sends it to the middle. Caleb Cyran going to put it off of the boards, and that's going to be an offside call on Novik. Novik with an opportunity to walk in there on a shot, but the referee called him offside. DeBrecke gets it over to Munitz. Munitz back down low to Ty Frazee. Frazee to the captain, Isak Karlsson, who sends it back up to Matt Van Munitz, and then Jonathan Venos skies a shot over top of the net. Karlsson once again with possession. He's going to work his way to the point. Sends a shot in front. Was looking for the tip by Frazee, but that goes right into the chest of Anton Nikulin. An opportunity now for Ty Frazee to get his second on a backhand shot. The puck and Nikulin were both scrambling in front of the net. Ty Frazee finds it. He's got his second of the night against his former team. 2-0 for the Rattlers. 4 seconds left in this one. And with 1 second left in this one, we are going to get the first intermission buzzer. Currently the score is the visiting Tottenham Rattlers 0, your Bradford Rattlers 2. Please join us after the first intermission for the second period. We have a fresh sheet of ice here at the BWG Leisure Center. The referees are on the ice calling both teams out, and so we are set to go for period number 2. Currently the Bradford Rattlers up 2-0 on the Tottenham Railers. Both goals scored by newest Rattler and former Railers captain Ty Frazee, a top 5 goal scorer in the league this season that was acquired at the deadline by the Rattlers in exchange for Matthew Kaya and Caleb Cyran. Other rights acquired in the trade as well by Tottenham. And so the former captain of the Railers, not taking it easy on his old squad. Both the goals in the game so far are off of his stick. Lavoie up against Dobrecki on this opening draw of the second period. Puck is dropped and Lavoie wins it back. The captain, Patrick Doyle, is going to play it in his own end. Doyle looking for options, puts it off of the glass. The Rattlers are able to force a turnover. Isak Karlsson looking for anybody. Finds Dobrecki in the middle, who has the puck, has his pocket picked by Belayev. Belayev leaves it for Doyle. Doyle back down low to Belayev. If it was on his stick, he would have had a wide open chance in front of the net. He just bobbles it into the corner now, so Dobrecki comes away with it out of the corner. Isak Karlsson back over to Dobrecki. Dobrecki muscles his way to the puck, but the Railers stop that entry opportunity. Frazee coming back to play defense on this back check. Munitz and Venos also both back there as Belayev looks towards the net. Fans on the shot, but sends it towards Lavoie off of his skates. Ty Frazee plays it on the wall, leaves it for Isak Karlsson. 2-on-1 opportunity now for Karlsson and Dobrecki. Karlsson now works his way in, sends it to Dobrecki, and Dobrecki puts it top shelf. Dobrecki from Karlsson and Frazee. As this game turns to a 3-0 game early in the second period. Dobrecki, Karlsson, Frazee, all top 5 goal scorers in the league, all playing on the same line together now. All 3 goals have come off the sticks of one of those 3. 2 from Frazee, 1 from Dobrecki. Assist from Karlsson on all 3. Orahov now keeps it tight on the wall. Borowski now playing in his own zone, uses his partner. Great defensive play at the blue line there by the Railers, however. Mamedov now has to wheel back into the back half of the neutral zone. Comes up the middle, looking to gain it. Does, leaves it for Bolotov. Bolotov to Plotnikov. Plotnikov in front. Tip opportunity by Mamedov. Stick does stay with the Rattlers. Bolotov now looking for options, puts it behind the net. Mamedov has a chance to go down and play it on Caleb Cyran. Cyran with a clearing chance, unable to do so. Bolotov holds the line. Borowski's going to walk his way in, leave it for Mamedov. Mamedov with a great shot opportunity, but an even better block shot in front. Patterson with a great shot as Mamedov had an opportunity right in the slot. Railers still trying to clear this puck out. And eventually they do. St. Laurent gets it at the red line, works his way in, is waiting for any sort of help. Nobody there with him as they get a change due to Railers. Orahov now on the wall. Joban Dore. And Joban Dore is going to take it himself. Has the puck stripped by Samarovsky. Kulinkovic puts it to the point. Yanis Sites with a point shot that's going to get blocked by a Railers defenseman. So we're going to have an inside zone face-off. Majorsic, Samarovsky, Kulinkovic, the forwards right now. Ovakimian and Sites on the back end. As the Railers clear the puck all the way down the ice, it was touched, so no icing called. Patrick Cullen looking for a play. He's going to use his backhand to get it to the defenseman's Sites. Kulinkovic leaves it for Majorsic, who can't quite catch up to it. Kulinkovic gets it to Samarovsky. They gain the zone. Samarovsky puts a shot wide of the net. Ovakimian all the way down low to play it, looking for an option. Kulinkovic on the half wall just misses that, so Seitz is going to be the one to keep it. Seitz tries to find Ovakimian. Samarovsky now playing it hard down low. Kulinkovic goes in to help him out. And an errant pass by the Railers goes onto the stick of David Majorsic, who puts the shot just high. And now an opportunity in front for Samarovsky. Nikulin came out and met him with that left side pad. Seitz misplays it in his own end. He'll get pressured hard now before he passes it off to Ovakimian. Ovakimian looking for an option. Sees Kulinkovic. Kulinkovic gains the zone. Has an opportunity to work his way inside and does. Puts it just in front of the net. It's going to get blocked in front before it gets to Samarovsky. And so the Railers now are going to try and clear this puck out again. Kulinkovic forces a turnover, takes a big hit. Railers and Rattlers both down on the ground, and we're going to have a penalty call, interference here. And the interference call is going to be on the Railers, it looks like. So Rivera is in the box, and the Rattlers will go back to the power play once more. A power play that's already seen success in this game. Carlson, Venos, Frazee, Debrecki, and Plotnikov. This power play unit number 1 on the ice for the Bradford Rattlers. A very dangerous power play so far this year. The addition of top 5 goal scorer Frazee to this power play definitely does not help, as Frazee gets the pass from Venos, puts it back to the point where Venos is going to take a shot that'll be gloved by Belayev. Or Nikulin, sorry. "10 seconds off of the interference call, the penalty. Misha Plotnikov is going to get subbed out now on the power play for Stepan Bolotov, number 91. Frazee gets the puck and he's going to leave it for the defenseman, Jonathan Venos. Venos over to Frazee. Frazee with an opportunity, fans on the shot. And so the captain, Patrick Doyle, is going to attempt to get the puck out of the zone, but can't. Rattlers still have a chance to turn this power play into something. Great defensive jump there by Doyle, but just was unable to get the clear. Now they finally do get the clear done to the Railers, and they'll be able to change up after the first 40 seconds on this power play. Matthew Kayayan comes onto the ice, as does Eastwood and Cyran, 2 new additions on the back end for the Railers. Isak Carlson works his way out in front. Frazee with a great pass, goes off of Bolotov, finds Debrecki, and Debrecki has his second of the game on the power play. So 4-0 the score, 15 minutes left in the second period now. Railers are playing hard, but the Rattlers are threatening to run away with this thing as Krudikov gains the zone. Philip Holander has his stick tied up, unable to get a clean play on the puck, but Krudikov finds the puck himself. Gets brought down, no call. Voitenko now looking for options. Voitenko tries to go up. Eventually it comes up to Orahov. It gets tipped in front and into the corner where Holander's going to play it up to Boravsky. Boravsky walks the line, sends a shot that gets tipped into the netting. So we will have another defensive zone draw. Railers win that draw. Lavoie now looking for an opportunity to get it out. Roman Orahov sends it right back into the zone, though. Caleb Cyran flips it into the neutral zone. It comes right back into the Railers zone, however. And a pass there by Brannigan nearly goes into his own net. The Railers now with an opportunity to come through. Lavoie skating his way through the neutral zone, trying to find his way to the middle. He'll get shut down by 2 Rattlers defensemen. Orahov now sees Voitenko. Voitenko gets a touch on it, so no icing. Voitenko and Gavrish both there. It'll get played, however, by Nikulin. Taratenko with a hit on Lavoie that also takes out the linesman there. Plotnikov with the zone entry. He's got Bolotov going right to the net. Great sticks by the Railers. Don't allow a shot opportunity as Plotnikov works his way through the slot. Bolotov with some nifty stick work. Gets the puck up to Yanis Seitz. Seitz back down to Bolotov. Bolotov looking for options once more. Puck comes away. Arsenio Vakimian keeps it in. Sends it towards the net where Anton Nikulin is going to be able to make that save. Railers win that draw forward, and that'll be an offside touch on Plotnikov as he was coming back in the neutral zone. Draw won by the Railers. Railers using their partners now to get it out. Gavrish works his way in, gives it to Lavoie, but Lavoie loses the puck, so the Rattlers will now have a chance to come the other way. Vakimian loses the puck. Lavoie picks it up and sends a shot right into the shin pads of Stepan Bolotov. Railers playing into the neutral zone once more. Plotnikov with the pressure on Novik. Novik avoids the hit there by Bolotov, but loses the puck there for a second. Belayev gets it over to River. River sends it in deep. No offside call on Novik. So Railers now with an opportunity, and the Rattlers once again will look to come the other way. Plotnikov leaves it for Mamedov. Mamedov for Bolotov. Bolotov looks for Mamedov. He gets brought down and goes into the corner of the netting, right on that post. Puck is tied up on the draw now. Comes right back into the glove of Anton Nikulin, who's going to cover that for another whistle. Draw once again won forward by Tottenham. Kulinkovic immediately applying pressure. Doyle, Kulinkovic tied up on the wall. Kulinkovic comes away with it, sends it forward for Majorsic. Majorsic with an errant pass towards Kulinkovic. Majorsic now comes away with the puck. Goes off the back of Kulinkovic. Kulinkovic didn't know where it was by the time he realized he got pressured real quick. Tottenham working their way in. No shot there as they lose possession. Tinney was the man with the puck. Patterson sends a puck all the way towards Patrick Cullen. It's going to go just high and wide, though. Jonathan Venos now with an opportunity. He gets it ahead to David Majorsic. Majorsic sends it in the middle, looking for that same Jonathan Venos. Would have been a backdoor tap-in, but no touch on it by the Rattlers. Draw tie-up comes to the captain, Isak Karlsson, before Joe Bandore eventually regains possession for the Railers. Paravsky jumps up. No need to clear on that one. Railers still attempting. That is offside, so the touch-up will be offside here on Frazee. Roman Orahov just outside the line when he attempted to keep it in. And that puck is going to go into the bench. Borowski attempted to play it up to Carlson off of the draw, and that's just going to get tipped right into the Rattlers bench. Great play defensively by Caleb Cyran for the Tottenham Railers. Borowski looking for a pass to Frazee, but that's going to go miss his stick, and that'll be an icing call. And another icing call for the Rattlers as the puck sails all the way down to the Tottenham Railers end. Rattlers now playing it. Borowski looking for a pass up to Carlson. Gets intercepted by the Railers. Borowski eventually finds it. Another pass gets intercepted by the Railers. St. Laurent all over this one. Huard sends it back into the neutral zone. Orahov eventually gets it up to Frazee, but it goes off his skates, so Debrecki's going to come back and play it now. Debrecki, Carlson, and Frazee still on the ice here for the Rattlers, as are Borowski and Roman Orahov. Adam Debrecki with 2 goals so far in this one. And Ty Frazee's going to get called for the offside on that one. Just jumped a little bit too early. Nikita Krudikov wins that draw, but Lavoie influences the puck all the way into the Rattlers' end, so Ovak Kimion's going to get played and pressured by Lavoie. Krudikov sends it around the horn. Philip Holander pokes it around, and he's going to have an opportunity here. He's got Svadolf with him, who's tied up right now, but a great shot opportunity. The puck is blown dead before Nikita Krudikov comes in and puts it in the net, so that is no goal, saved by Anton Nikulin there. Great defensive work by Tottenham to take away the pass over to Svadolf. As we have the net reset, and now we will get an offensive zone draw opportunity for the Rattlers. Rattlers hold the zone. Krudikov with options, but he's going to get his pocket picked by Lavoie. And now a Railers opportunity on a 2-on-1. Novik, Valeyev is in front of the net. Valeyev with an opportunity, but just can't quite handle it. Puck comes towards Patrick Cullen, who makes the easy stop. Svadolf playing it from behind the net. Puts it right off of Valeyev. So the Rattlers are going to lose possession here. Rivera playing it in the back half of the neutral zone. Goes off of Svadolf. Krudikov puts it back down on the ice. Sends it back to Ovak Kimion. Ovak Kimion puts it deep. Rattlers will go off for a change. Bolotov, Plotnikov, Mamedov all back on the ice now. And it'll be Yanis Seitz who comes back over with Patrick Cullen, the Rattlers netminder. Yanis Seitz gets it up for Bolotov. Bolotov had possession for a second, but a quick shutdown play by Gavrish stops any sort of scoring opportunity now. Mamedov also has his puck taken away by the Tottenham Railers defenseman. And now the puck will go off of the boards and all the way down once more to Patrick Cullen. So Patrick Cullen just plays it softly to Yanis Seitz. Seitz Leaves it for Plotnikov, who's going to try and work his way up the right side. Gains the zone. Tries to work his way inside. He gets tied up with Anton Nikulin in front. Jonathan Venos holds the line on a secondary shot. That was by Matvei Munitz. Venos walk in the slot area. That puck goes high. Munitz finds it. Leaves it for Bolotov. Bolotov and Plotnikov both down there. Plotnikov with a nice spin move behind the net. Puts it in front to Bolotov. Bolotov gets it up to the point. Venos with an opportunity now. Walks his way around. Sends it towards Plotnikov. No tip there. And the Rattlers got to be careful because here comes Tinney. Wow, great back check there by Gabe Mamedov, stopping what would have been a breakaway opportunity for Tinney on that play. Ty Frazee back on the ice now with Debrecki. Mamedov still out there, so no Carlson quite yet, but Mamedov now skates off for Carlson. Venos holds that line on the far side, gets it to Carlson at the point. Carlson puts one down low, and that'll get stick saved by Nikulin into the netting. Rattlers win that draw. And puck gets tipped off of Ty Frazee. Comes onto the stick of Boravsky, who sends a shot towards Nikulin. He's going to make another save in this one. Rattlers win the draw. Boravsky's going to walk his way back in. Leaves it for Carlson at the point. Carlson looking for a shot opportunity and takes it. And that gets blocked aside by Nikulin once more. Rattlers win the draw once again, but Orhov unable to play it cleanly. So the Rattlers will have to regroup as the Railers have possession. Debrecki strips the puck. Orhov looking for Ty Frazee. And now Kayayan takes down the captain, Isak Carlson. No call on it, but Carlson does still have possession. Debrecki sends it in front for Carlson. Carlson gets taken down once more. No call again. Railers looking to get it out, but Carlson influences that and sends it back down towards Ty Frazee. Ty Frazee looking for Debrecki, finds him. Debrecki has Carlson, and the puck just sails right in front of Carlson, unable to get a shot. Boravsky eventually sends one into the chest of Anton Nikulin. Draw one by Tottenham, but Somorovsky's pressuring hard in the corner there where the puck went after the win. Somorovsky, Proc, Kulinkovic, Majorsic all down there. And eventually Nolan Proc sends it into the feet of his teammate. Puck goes just over the glove of Anton Nikulin into the corner, so Somorovsky's going to have a play here on Proc. Rivere now looking for options, pressured by Majorsic. Majorsic forces a partial turnover. And now Majorsic comes away with it. He's going to look for any option. Eventually pokes it deep behind the net. Nikulin comes out to play it. Somorovsky and Nikulin get tied up there before the puck comes out. Ovakimian in his own end. Has Seitz and uses him. Seitz sends it all the way to Kulinkovic. Kulinkovic leaves it for Somorovsky. Somorovsky is looking for an option. He sees Majorsic in front and blindly sends it over there. Nice thought process, but Majorsic wasn't quite set and ready for that. Kulinkovic works his way in, gets a shot off. The rebound nearly goes in the net. Kulinkovic working his way in. Some great play by first game, Danila Kulinkovic. And the puck is going to come once again into the Rattlers bench. Railers win the draw. Doyle sends it all the way up to Novik. Novik to Lavoie, and Lavoie sees Belayev, who has a shot opportunity now. Jonathan Venos blocks that shot in front. Lavoie still there pressuring it on Philip Holander. Lavoie and Novik hoping to get the Railers back into this game right now before Matvei Munitz flips it up. Wojtenko now in on the captain of the Railers, Doyle. Doyle has to leave it in the corner where Nikita Krudikov is the first man to the puck for the Rattlers. Wojtenko and Krudikov both down low now. Krudikov sends it into the middle, and now a flip-up play, this time from the other side, Patrick Doyle. Puck in the neutral zone will get hit down by the Railers defenseman. So Jonathan Venos finds it on his stick, leaves it for Matvei Munitz. But it appeared the Railers were the first men there, so an opportunity for them. Krudikov and Novik going in the corner together. Novik sends it back down low for Lavoie. Lavoie puts it behind the net. No Railer there, so Matvei Munitz is going to have a clean play on it. Leaves it for Philip Holander. Holander and Wojtenko looking to gain the zone together. But a turnover by Nicholas Eastwood, and Eastwood puts a shot right into the chest of Patrick Cullen. Maybe got a little bit of his mask there too. Bolotov now on the ice. Getting shut down by Patterson there, and Bolotov has the puck on his stick. He's got wide open Gabe Mamedov. Mamedov with the initial shot opportunity. It gets saved. Nikulin's down, and the Railers put it all the way back up to the point for Dominikas Boravsky of the Rattlers. Plotnikov gets it over to Orahov. Orahov sent a shot that's going to go high and wide of the net. Boravsky once again holds the line. Boravsky walks his way in, looks for a shot, puts it off of the pad of Nikulin, and that will eventually come out. Novik now with an opportunity. Boravsky and Orahov both on him. Orahov shuts him down. Novik working his way through the pressure. And now a grade A scoring opportunity for the Railers gets patted away by Patrick Cullen. That was St. Laurent who had the puck passed to him by Huard. St. Laurent goes down with Plotnikov. Orahov has the puck on his stick. Bolotov sees Mamedov. Mamedov working his way in with speed. Works his way to the middle. Unable to get a shot off. Shut down defensive play there. Boravsky now with an opportunity to send it towards the net. Nikulin makes the save, looks around for the puck. It comes right back onto the stick of Boravsky. Boravsky sends it back down low. He's got Bolotov. Bolotov tries to go in front to Plotnikov before eventually St. Laurent sends it into the neutral zone. The Rattlers will regroup here. Roman Orahov chooses to send it deep into the corner. Rattlers will get a change here. Frazee, Carlson, DeBrecki all onto the ice now. 1 minute, 36 seconds left in the second period. Currently 4-0 for the Rattlers. Matvei Munitz works it ahead, leaves it for DeBrecki. Carlson takes the puck, has DeBrecki with him, has Frazee in front. Carlson goes around, looks for Frazee in front, and DeBrecki just about had the hat trick on his stick there. DeBrecki's going to work his way back in, sees Carlson streaking. Carlson gets a shot, but that's going to go off the side of the netting. DeBrecki takes a stick up high, no call on that. Venos now gets it into the middle. Carlson works his way in and sends it down to DeBrecki, who's unable to tip it past Nikulin. And now Ty Frazee with the chance for his hat trick goal here in this game. That's going to get blockered away by Nikulin. So a great performance here by Nikulin. Despite what the score might indicate, it would be a lot different if Anton Nikulin was not making all these saves. And now an inside the zone faceoff for the Rattlers, looking to take advantage with this last 40 seconds left. Railers looking to build a little bit of momentum as we go into the third period following this next upcoming intermission. And Arsenio Vakimian finds a loose puck in the neutral zone, sends it around the wall. Somorovsky's going to have a play on it, but instead the Railers get it out of the zones. 15 seconds left in this one. Ovakimian sees Seitz. Seitz goes up to David Majorsic. Majorsic, Somorovsky, and Kulinkovic. And that puck is going to get blockered aside. Somorovsky down in front of Nikulin. No ill intent there, simply a fall. Major Sick with a bump at the end of the period, and we're going to go into the third. Bradford Rattlers up 4-0 here on the visiting Tottenham Railers. We will see you again after the second intermission for the third period. are back here for the third period action at the BWG. Fresh sheet of ice out here. Lavoie wins the face-off against Debrecki, sends it back to Eastwood, the captain. Doyle now playing it back. He's going to get pressured by his former captain, Ty Frazee. Carlson, Debrecki, Frazee out on the ice to start this third period. Venos works his way in. He's going to get the puck stripped, but Debrecki's going to be able to find it back on his stick. Belayev with some pressure from Munitz there. And Venos sends down Novik. No call on the ice there. Frazee playing along the boards. Lavoie comes away with it, tries to send it down low to Belayev, but is unable to. Novik strips Debrecki of the puck. Lavoie getting sealed off by Munitz now. Munitz gets it up to Carlson. Carlson has Frazee and Debrecki, tries to go Debrecki's way, but Doyle's going to hit that puck down. Lavoie trying a centering pass, and now we'll have Isak Carlson gaining some speed and coming in, looking for his first goal of the game. A nifty move, and that's going to be saved by Anton Nikulin, unable to get a full shot off. Made the move to get inside in the middle. Patterson sends the puck down low. Patrick Cullen plays it. Boravsky now on the wall, being pressured heavily by the Railers, and they do take possession for a second before Boravsky comes away with the puck behind his own net. Looking for an option, has none. Sends it over to his partner, Roman Orahov. Orahov puts it off the boards. Was probably hoping for Plotnikov, but the puck just went just ahead of them, so the Railers are now going to try and come the other way. Plotnikov plays it deep in the corner. Sends it behind the net for Roman Orahov. Orahov lightly taps it up for Plotnikov. Plotnikov now looking to gain the zone. Does. He's got Bolotov behind him, but Plotnikov works his way inside now, looking for options. Puts it around the net. No Rattlers there, so the Railers will have a free play to try and get this out. Joe Bandore gets sent to the ice, but not before he makes the pass out. St. Laurent now trying to work it through the neutral zone. And the Rattlers will now play it in their own end. Stopped behind the net by Patrick Cullen. Arsenio Valkimian gets it to Orahov. Somorovsky down there with Kulinkovic. Somorovsky now sends a shot just left of the net. Ovakimian sends it back down low, where Somorovsky's going to have a chance to play this. Kulinkovic goes in on the wing. But Gregory Prock is going to be the one that brings it into the neutral zone. Rattlers take possession once more. Majorsic sends it over to Ovakimian. Ovakimian sends it all the way up to Somorovsky. He's going to touch that up to avoid the icing. Anton Nikulin now playing it in a dangerous position. Puts it off of the glass. Ovakimian comes in, and he's going to try and get a shot towards the net, but misses the net. Majorsic now trying to play it on the wall. Vincent getting pressured by two different Rattlers, Kulinkovic and Somorovsky. Kulinkovic versus the turnover. Somorovsky comes away with it, gets it to Seitz. Seitz puts a shot on to Nikulin. Ovakimian sends it back down low behind the net. Somorovsky unable to play it tough down there. So Seitz sends it back down to Somorovsky. Somorovsky's got a chance to play it here. Puck goes off behind the boards by the Railers. Railers looking for an opportunity to get this puck out of the zone. Eventually they do, and Yanis Seitz is going to send it right back into the neutral zone with a chance to come the other way for the Rattlers. Majorsic puts it deep, attempts to. Puck gets blocked before Seitz comes in and puts it deep. Carlson, Debrecki, and Frazee now back on the ice. All four goals have come from this line right here. A couple on the power play. Frazee now sends it back to his defenseman, Jonathan Venos. Venos puts it all the way up for Debrecki. Debrecki gets into the zone for Frazee. Frazee and Carlson. Carlson with an opportunity sends it right back to Frazee. And Frazee completes the hat trick versus his former team. 5-0 Rattlers is where we sit. 15 minutes left in the third period. Debrecki chipped it in for Frazee. Frazee went all the way across for Carlson. Carlson, instead of taking that shot, drew Anton Nikulin over and then sent it right back to the slot area where Ty Frazee finishes off the hat trick against his former team. Railers controlling this Voitenko sends the puck up, takes a deep hit, but he's already back up. And Krudikov gets it up to Voitenko. Voitenko now with a chance, puts a shot on. There's multiple rebound opportunities, eventually to Jonathan Venos. Venos tries to put one in, and that's a goal. It bounces in. I didn't see if it got tipped by anybody. It looks like Jonathan Venos might have scored that goal all by himself. So with a 6-0 score, we are going to go to run time now. Draw one back by Plotnikov. Orahov sees Mamedov on the far side. Bolotov puts it back up to Mamedov. Mamedov coming in on the wing with speed. Going to look to try and create something. Former teammate Caleb Zyran shuts it down though. Bolotov though gets it back to Mamedov. Mamedov puts a shot into the chest of Anton Nikulin. So another save back there for Anton Nikulin. So Voitenko getting credited with his first point here tonight. First game with the Rattlers, first point on that Jonathan Venos goal. Railers will work it out of the zone. Saint Laurent with a chance to work his way into the middle, but loses the puck where Plotnikov picks it up. Plotnikov comes around the net. Plotnikov sends it to the middle where Bolotov's unable to get a shot off. Borowski holds the line, so Orahov's going to send a shot towards Nikulin, and he makes another save. Draw here, Tinney and Majorsic. Majorsic comes away with the win back towards Ovakimian. Ovakimian sends it back down towards low where Majorsic's waiting. Majorsic works his way up the wall, sends it to Yanis Seitz. Seitz not quite able to get a shot opportunity. Majorsic puts one, and that's going to be gloved by Nikulin. With the assist that he has in tonight's game, the Rattlers' all-time leading point scorer and goal scorer, Isak Karlsson, is now also tied as the Rattlers' all-time leading assist man. One more would put him solo at all three top categories. Majorsic now with a wide-open opportunity there to get a shot off in the slot, just fans on it. Comes all the way back out, so Yanis Seitz is going to send it up to Samarovsky. Samarovsky's going to take a hit on the boards there. Majorsic trying to work his way in. Kulinkovic down there comes away with the puck. Kulinkovic works his way back up the wall. Samarovsky has the puck now. Works his way to the middle. Tries to get a pass off to any of his teammates, unable, but Kulinkovic does go down low and finds that loose puck. Kulinkovic gets it to Samarovsky. Samarovsky tries to backhand it through Anton Nikulin. And now we're going to have a scrum in front of the net as it looked like Samarovsky got pushed into Nikulin. Nikulin went down. And penalties coming away with this one. It looks like at least former Rattler, now Railer Matthew Kayayan is heading to the box, as is Adam Samarovsky and David Majorsic. So it looks like we'll have 3 penalties going up on the board, at least going onto the score sheet. I don't know exactly what's going to go onto the board. so the Railers will come away with the power play on this one. Draw one. Doyle now looking to put his team on the board. Sends it down to Belayev. Matvey Munich shuts that one down and attempts to clear it down the ice, but that goes off of the top of the ceiling here. Hits the struts in the roof. Tottenham still on a power play here, just over a minute left. Run time here, so the power play numbers are running. Novik pokes the puck up to the half wall. The Rattlers, however, do come away with it. Jonathan Venos has Debrecki has the puck poked away from him for just a second, but a shorthanded opportunity here for the team that leads the league in shorthanded goals. Carlson and Debrecki specifically. Debrecki chops that one, so Venos is going to have a chance to play this behind the net. Venos working his way around, looking for options. Carlson works his way in, tries to go backhand on Belayev, eventually finds his own rebound, and he's going to get his first goal of the night. So if you look at the starting lineup for tonight, all 7 goals have come from that starting lineup. 1 from Venos, 3 from Frazee, 2 from Debrecki, and 1 from Isak Carlson now. All 7 Rattlers goals coming from that starting lineup to open up the game tonight. Holander works his way in now, and we do have a goalie change. Belayev is Nikulin no longer in net. Made a ton of saves. Wouldn't be surprised to see 30 to 40 saves on Nikulin, but now we have Sahota in net for the Tottenham Railers. And so Vaimer Sahota comes into the game. He's 1-1 so far on the season. Likely will get credited with a no decision with the 10 minutes left in this game. We are 8:15. Shot from Ovakimian, tests him out. He's going to pad that one away. Krudikov with an attempt to deflect a puck in front on a shot from Seitz. And now Seitz is going to play it in his own neutral zone. Seitz up to Holander. Holander can't control it, so Siran's going to whack that into the Rattlers zone. Seitz works his way up through the neutral zone, sends it in deep. Svedalf is going to be looking to try and make something happen. Can't quite come away with possession. Krudikov intercepts that in the neutral zone and works his way in now. Svedalf finds it after it was picked away from Krudikov. And Svedalf with an attempted shot gets blocked in front. Didn't touch anything, so that puck is still live. Seitz holds the line. Eventually it does come out. Seitz tries to put it back in. It goes off of the linesman. Holander has the puck stripped and takes a big hit there, does Holander, as Ovakimian plays it in his own end now. 7 minutes left in the third period. Currently a 7-0 lead for the Bradford Rattlers. Ovakimian leads it ahead for the speed of Stepan Bolotov, and Bolotov uses that speed to go outside in, tries to get a shot off. Puck is loose. Great save there by Sahota. As Bolotov worked his way outside in, got a grade A opportunity right in front of Sahota, but Sahota made a better save. St. Laurent now trying to put the Railers on the board, but he gets the puck picked by Majorsic. Majorsic working his way in now. Majorsic loses it for a second, but eventually re-corrals the puck. Sends it across where Bolotov would have had a wide open opportunity, but he fans on it. Orahov sends a shot that's once again saved by Sahota before the puck comes all the way down to the Rattlers' end for an icing. Roman Orahov now off that face-off win. Sends a puck, but that'll get deflected in front. Now a stretch pass opportunity gets picked off by the Rattlers. Kulinkovic plays a big reverse hit on St. Laurent. Boravsky sees Voitenko. Voitenko out here. Voitenko sends a shot. That's going to go into the glove of Sahota. draw won by the Railers, but the Rattlers come away with possession. Plotnikov sends it wide open in front to Kulinkovic, who just has a stick check, make him lose possession of the puck in front of Sahota. Otherwise, Kulinkovic would have been able to get a shot opportunity from right in front of the blue paint. DeBrecki, Carlson, and Ty Frazee now back out on here. Got to assume it's going to be one of the last times we see this line in the game, with 5 minutes left of run time so far. Patrick Cullen playing this behind his own net. Elects to send it up the same wall. Ty Frazee with a pass to DeBrecki. DeBrecki's got Carlson. Carlson in now, sees DeBrecki, and DeBrecki gets his hat-trick goal. And that's also going to be the assist record for the Bradford Rattlers for Isak Carlson. So on goal number 8 here tonight, Adam DeBrecki gets his hat-trick. Isak Carlson now has 2 line mates with hat-tricks. A lot of points here tonight, and Isak Carlson has the assist record. As he looks up here to the broadcast booth, he knows what just happened. Isak Carlson now the all-time leader in points, goals, assists on DeBrecki's third of this game here. 4:15 left in the third period. And we get a new puck put into circulation, as that one is once again going to be going home with Isak Carlson on a record-setting assist. Belayev working his way inside. Seitz is going to shut him down, as we just heard the call there by Marcus Wilson down below. The assist record for Isak Carlson, the franchise assist record, is official. Krudikov leaves it for Muniz. Muniz works his way in, tries to get a shot off. Novik is going to influence that. No shot opportunity due to the stick of Novik there. Seitz with just a slight misplay there, but eventually gets it to Krudikov, who's playing back right now. Muniz was up in the play. Seitz now sends it up to Holander. Holander going to look to gain the zone. 3 minutes left in this one. 8-0 for the Rattlers. Holander works his way to the middle. Tries to leave it for Orahov. Orahov stretches his body and makes that. Orahov goes down. Tries to get it down low to any of his teammates. Railers, however, come away with possession. Novik sends it behind the net. Borowski's going to jump up and does send it back down low. Borowski once again holds the line and walks towards the front. He's in the slot now. Borowski with a shot opportunity that gets tipped wide. Orahov keeps that puck in the offensive zone for the Rattlers. And now a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Samarovsky, the only one back playing defense. Patrick Cullen puts it up the wing for Kulinkovic. Kulinkovic leaves it for Samarovsky. Samarovsky now rolling through the neutral zone with speed. He's got Kulinkovic behind him. Works his way to the outside. Tries to come inside. Sees Kulinkovic. Just not enough to get a shot off. And a great tip in front by Samarovsky on the Orahov shot. Almost led to a goal. Save made by Nikulin. And now Arsenio Vakimian trying to get in on the action. He walks in and puts one just off the crossbar. Caleb Siran puts one up the wall. Ovakimian not able to keep it in, so he's going to replay it in the neutral zone. Less than 2 minutes left in this one. Ovakimian overskates the puck just a hair. He'll have to regroup, gets it over to Orahov. Orahov tries to get it to Samarovsky. It goes into the feet of the referee, so no icing called there. Ovakimian once again finds it on his stick. This time uses his partner Seitz, who's come on for Orahov. Majorsic touches it up at the line to avoid the icing. Kulinkovic with a drop pass from Voitenko. Voitenko there with the puck in front of the net. Tries to get a shot off, but Gavrish is going to have a great stick there to influence that. Orahov with the draw one back to him. Greg Prock looked like he was going to be coming through the neutral zone with the puck, but it goes off of his skates. Last minute of play, last 30 seconds of play here in this game. Patrick Doyle sends it deep where Patrick Cullen will be the first to touch it up. Cullen puts it onto the stick of Wojtenko. Wojtenko attempts to go up with it. Holander tries to bring it through the neutral zone, but a great defensive play there by Patterson. And now with 10 seconds in this one, Roman Orahov is going to look to skate this one out. 7 seconds left. 6. Roman Orahov is just going to try and clear it, but doesn't matter because with run time, that's going to bring us to the end of this game. The Rattlers win in dominating fashion. So here's what's happened so far in the last week. Last week, the Rattlers beat the River Dragons. On Friday, the Rattlers lose to the Railers. On Saturday, lose to the Stars. On Saturday, the Railers beat the Stars. And then tonight, a dominant 8-0 win for the Rattlers over the Railers. This division in this league, there's so much parity here. Anything can happen on any given night, and that is looking good as we get ready to head towards playoffs. They say that every season is a story. My name is JR, and for the Bradford Rattlers, we're going to close the chapter on this one.